Hey guys, welcome back to Intrinsic Off-Road. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell button so that you guys can be notified whenever we post off-road videos. Alright, so in this video we're going to be going over how to change the engine oil on a Jeep Wrangler JK. This video will be very descriptive and is intended for those new to Jeeps or new to working on their own vehicle. So check it out. What's going on, guys? It's Intrinsic Off-Road. So I'm going to do a video really quick for any of you guys that may not know on how to change your oil on a Jeep Wrangler. I've already got the drain plug off of the oil pan, but this is the oil pan right here, and you just unscrew the nut on the other side. I don't remember what size it is. I want to say it's like 12 millimeter. I'll correct that later if I'm wrong. But you want to take off that 12 millimeter and you want to let the oil pour out until it starts dripping like it is now. And you can use an oil catch pen, kind of like where I've got mine. You can just pick these up at your local auto store. It's at the point now to where it's dripping, so that's about where you want it to be. And then what you're going to want to do is remove your oil filter, which is right on the top of your oil pan. So we're going to remove this guy. It might be kind of tight for you depending on who did it last and if they did it properly. But if you need to, you can pick up a filter wrench, which I have a filter wrench right here. Basically it just wraps around your filter and then you start to unloosen it and it'll break it free if it's too tight on there. But I've already broken this one free. Alright, so now that this is just dripping, we can move our oil catch pan, place our oil catch pan underneath the filter as we start to take it off. And now I'm just gonna screw on this. And as soon as it comes off, you'll see all the oil start to pour out. There we go, here comes the oil. There's a bit more. But you can see I got it catching down here in the pan. And you just want to finish letting it drain out. My filters are a M1 102. It may be different depending on what year model your Wrangler is. Mine is a 2008 Wrangler with the 3.8 engine, so they recommend the M1 102. When you go to your local auto store to pick up all this stuff, you can look at the books that they have back there, and it'll tell you, if you look up your Jeep Wrangler year model, what filter you need to buy or what they recommend. One thing that you absolutely want to make sure of when you're pulling your filter off is that this gasket comes off with your filter, because if not, you can have a double gasket. If you can see there, that's where the filter came out, and you want to double check to make sure that that gasket's not got caught on there. So now that we got the oil pan drained and we got the filter off, now the oil pan is at a nice drip. At this point we can screw the drain plug back in the oil pan and then grab our new filter and then put that on. Getting that drain plug screwed back in. And you want to make sure that this guy is nice and tight. So it's going to be a 13 millimeter socket. Just want to go ahead and tighten that down just to make sure that it's not going to come loose while you're driving. You don't want to lose any oil out of here. Alright guys, so here's our new filter, the M1 102 Alpha. So now that we got the oil filter off, the oil pan drained all the way and the drain plug back in, we're going to go ahead and install this filter. So one thing that you guys can do, you can either take some of the oiled oil from the old filter or some of the new oil that you bought and take it, and you're just going to want to put it on this gasket here for your new filter and just kind of cover it just to give it a little bit of lubrication, so next time when you go to pull your filter off, it won't be difficult to get off, and it should come off a little easier. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is take some of the new oil and put it in the filter. You don't need to fill it up all the way, really just about maybe like a quart or a halfway in the new filter, just to get it primed and ready to go. Soak up the filter a little bit. So we're just going to take a little bit of that 5W20 and pour it down in the filter. Like I said, you don't need a lot, maybe about just like halfway. You can see how much I got in there now. It's about all you need, just to kind of let it soak for a little bit. And now we're ready to take this new filter and put it into the socket. Alright, so the new filter is going to go in. And you also want to make sure that that guy is nice and tight on there, just to make sure that it doesn't come off or that you don't leak any oil out of your filter socket here. Alright, so now all the old oil is drained out. We got our new filter in. We got our drain plug back in. There's all that old dirty oil. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the new oil in. So what you wanna do is find your oil fill cap. Just go ahead and pop that guy off. Alright, let's set it on the side for now. Now what we're gonna do is fill it up with 6 quarts of new oil. Alright, so that was 5 quarts. So we're gonna take that other quart that we used earlier to put some oil in the filter, and we're gonna finish it off with this. So it's gonna be right at about 6 quarts. Alright, so we got all the oil in there. Go ahead and take your fill cap and then screw it back on. Just make sure you recycle your old oil. You can take it and put it back in the container that you bought the oil in. You can fill it back up in the container, and you can take it to any of your local, and usually they'll let you recycle it for free, as well as your old filter. So alright guys, thank you for watching the video, checking out Intrinsic Off-Road. This was just a quick little how-to video. If you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this in the future, let us know, because it was definitely a lot of fun to make. I know most people know how to change their own oil. I mean, there are people out there that are still learning how to do this stuff. Like me, when I first got my Jeep, I barely knew anything about a vehicle, and videos like this were very helpful to me when I first got started. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell button, and have a good week. Peace.